Got this, Max and Steve. This is a video just of where Nick cut away yesterday. That is the floor slab for the whole building. That is a black DPC. You can see some movement on it here. Found the water dripping down here in a drip. Notably under that DPC. Now, assuming that runs across the whole of the excuse me, floor slab, there could be water under there coming from one of the soil stacks in the garage. So this is the roof of the garage here, sort of at that height, the floor slab for the building. If one of the floor, we know there's leaks in the soil stacks, so they could be, if the water gets under the DPC versus on top, it doesn't show up in the flat, and it finds a way out of the DPC, which happens to have been here. But I have seen another leak in the garage. If we come downstairs, I have found over Christmas there was another leak in the garage. This one, which has stopped. So this is going into the garage. The stairs, the leak is up there. So the leak would be coming down here. There's no signs of water down here, and you can check that when you're on site. So as you step out of the door, those are the two soil stacks up there, which go into this one here, flat 26, and then there's one behind it which goes into the flat over there. But if the water was coming under here to this brick wall, and that's where it's leaking, that could be the case if it's under the DPC. So when we looked in this hole, and and you've got some photos of this, but when you look in that hole up there, you can see the black DPC and you can see it touching the soil pipe on the way down. Now, we've got leaks in all the soil pipes. That's one of the things we want to fix. I'm getting to the conclusion that if we know the soil pipe is intact and it's watertight, and we probably know that because we're not smelling lots of stuff, and we know it's not rainwater because that's somewhere else, and you see that in the, you've got access to that in the cupboards. It's not, this is soil. So if the soil pipe's intact, but what if in all the ground floor flats, in all the soil pipes sort of over that way and over here, what if in all the ground floor flats, the toilets were just flooding? We know that's a fault in all of the toilets, but because it's in the ground floor flat, there's no one below except the car park. No one sees it, no one reports it, no one fixes it. So the people in the ground floor flats potentially don't know they have a problem. Now, that's the other side, the leak is up there. Over Christmas, that stain down the wall, that was a flowing leak. Now, I don't know how, where the DPC runs, if the DPC runs all across this slab and down there, it could potentially get out there. It stopped there, and then it appeared over here upstairs in the wall. So there's my input, and that's what I think might have actually happened. But have a look at it, see what you think. But those are the leaks up there in the soil stacks, and that's the one that I think is leaking.